We're starting to show off with disrespect and
Wow.
egregiousness.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it sounds about right. Did you just learn that word today?
Egregious.
You read that in a statement today, didn't you?
No, I originally heard that word on Talladega Nights when he's getting thrown out of the Applebee's or whatever. This is
Gotcha.
egregious.
Gotcha.
Egregious.
All right, let me make sure we're on here somewhere.
And that's what the post live show listeners get to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, they get to hear a bunch of ignorance.
I
So,
got to think of something. We got to start doing something for just now.
yeah, well, we don't. I mean, we got 2 viewers so far. One of them's me, so it's not doing too good.
The other one's Kent.
Yeah, probably. Probably. All right. Lord of mercy. I mean,
I got to block that light with my head.
I hope you turned the chat off over there so we could, keep you on point today.
I can focus.
You cannot. You got like the worst case of ADHD I've ever seen.
You go silent for minutes at a time.
And our first commenter is Timmy Meadows.
I know, that's it.
Jesus Christ! Wow. I forgot what episode we're on, so I'm gonna go look at that before I get started here. Episode 67.
67.
Who would have thought this thing made it to 67?
In 2 weeks, we got to do something special.
For what?
For the 69th.
Jesus
we can
Christ.
do something with Yoder's meat for the 69th episode.
Yoder's probably doing something with his meat for that. So. or Terry Radford is one or the other. So, all right, let's get into this. This is the Pet Chatter Podcast, episode 67. And as always, we're presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. And you know what they say?
Can't beat Yoder meat.
Even though Terry tries.
He tries, but he fails every time.
You're right. You're right. I mean, we're off to a good start in the comments over here. I'm not even pulling them up, but we're off to a good start there. Since you're looking at them, you'll know what an idiot you are. So I don't even have to tell you.
Yep. Hate from your own family. What's better than that?
Well, I mean, those are the people that know you best. So, I mean, if they're hating on you, then they know.
Fair enough.
So, what'd you do this weekend? Anything?
Shoot, I went up to Old Franklin County Raceway. What do you mean?
Oh, you went to the raceway on Speedway Lane?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
And had a grand old redneck time, boy.
Yeah. Night of Destruction in the rearview mirror now. What I know there was, we talked the last show about how many cars and what the expectation was, and you really had no idea. So what'd you think of how it turned out?
Well, obviously there was probably 15 people that said they were coming that didn't. That happens every week.
I mean, that's pretty typical.
However, I can't lie and say that before the show started, I was nervous. I was like, yeah, this car count is not looking good. But I tell you what, the drivers we did have there, they were killing it. Microsoft wants to update in the middle of the show. Jesus.
I mean, that's pretty normal. That's why I do all my updates before I get started.
And it won't let me exit out of it. Okay, we're just gonna throw that to the side. But yeah, it turned out really good. I mean, that happens when you get a bunch of crazy ass drivers. I wasn't expecting the first race. I think it was a hoods up race. I'm pretty sure every single car we had went out for the hoods up race, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good night right here."
Our sponsor, he said he had one of his employees go to the race, Lauren Yoder. He said one of his employees went to the race and asked him why they gave that guy on the track a mic.
He can say whatever he wants, but the crowd was loving us all night. Even Terry. And that's a stretch,
I mean, that's if they were loving Terry, I mean, that's something right there.
That's how you know it was a good night.
I mean, you know what they say about, some of these people, it was, somebody only a mother could love, and I'm not even sure she could do that. So,
no, she cut him off a long time ago.
Yeah. Speaking of Saturday night, Heather Fackler chiming in. she said it was an awesome night. Why did she say that?
Well, because she, like I said at the track, she pulled them boys' pants down and spanked their little bottoms, took them to town. She pulled she channeled her inner West and basically won the whole race by half a lap. But good stock 4 race, without the Givens cars. I think it was entertaining.
Good car count too. I mean, realistically.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I had sent some messages out, putting some feelers out, see who would come. And I didn't know if we'd have 4 cars, 10 cars, what, but I don't know how many we ended up with, but it was pretty good. It was a good race too.
I want to say it was 8. I'm not 100% sure there though.
I think the crowd was just very happy. They don't even care that Heather won by a mile. They were very happy, A, to see a girl win, and B, that it was anybody else.
I mean, Lauren Yoder wants to know who called the Heather win last week.
I did. Thank you very much.
I mean, I don't really remember. I'm assuming he's, talking about
Heather wasn't going to show up. She was going to come watch from the stands, and I had to call and berate her into coming because I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she's glad she showed up now. So
yeah, I'm sure she is.
Tell us about the gimmick races and all of that stuff.
Yeah, the ones that stand out, reverse race, that was nuts. Ryan Wheat's car looked like a damn demo derby car. The whole ASM was packed in by the end of it. I mean, it was just nuts all the way around. The pace car race, it seemed like the crowd was loving that. Although a lot of the drivers didn't fully understand what was going on there.
Well, I have to be honest with you, I don't understand because somebody was telling me that. So I guess Wes was driving the pace car, right?
He was.
And did he turn around on the track? Because the pace car only goes in one direction.
Right. There's 2 rules. You can't hit the pace car. You can't pass the pace car.
Yeah.
Well, when he turned around and put it in reverse, everybody behind him just decided, I guess that's what we have to do.
Well, I just want some clarification there. Did he put it in reverse or turn around?
He turned around. Well, both. Yeah. He put it in reverse a couple times too and backed up.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The whole turning around, that's a whole
one time he literally turned around in the middle of the track and every single car said, I guess this is what we have to do. And they turned around.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't until the second time when everybody was screaming from the stands, you don't have to turn around. They finally figured it out.
Why do they not have to turn around?
It's not like Simon says. It's not
I understand.
Either. The only rules is you can't hit the pace car, you can't pass them. Nobody said you have to do what he does.
Okay, I got you. I'm sure as a driver that was extremely confusing. So
yeah, all 2 rules were very confusing.
Listen, let me tell you, you're a racer. You used to be. You were very confused by rules. So Austin Griggs said he heard that Mikey Reed was on a rail in reverse.
Yep, Mikey Reed showed up in that big old boat,
Expedition,
Explorer, whatever it was. And look, everybody was getting upset because he was in a big, essentially a truck. But that reverse race had 0 to do with what vehicle he was in. He straight drove his ass off in reverse.
Yeah.
Never slowed down. Never even came close to losing it. He just kept her going all the way around.
Yeah. Now, I guess I'll ask the question that, I've already seen people ask. Was his car legal? I mean, do you allow full-size trucks?
I don't believe there was anything in the rules that says you could not run a full-size vehicle.
Gotcha.
I know it was illegal for the demo derby. Maybe that's where it was kind of, well, there you go.
Timmy Meadows said, I'm still confused about the rules, and I made some of them. Listen, we knew that a couple years ago on the restart. Okay, we're good, Timmy. No,
look, it ended up not being an issue. Wes cried like a baby when he beat him in reverse. But like I said, that had nothing to do with the vehicle. That was pure driving skill right there.
Right. Interesting. I'm going to assume your number one hero, Wes, won the IndyCar.
Yeah, of course he did, but nobody seemed to care. The rest of the night was entertaining, and nobody really cared at all.
Looked like a good crowd.
Yeah, really good crowd. I mean, I'll tell you what, those fans were electric. I don't know if they were all just drunk as hell or what, but they were all going nuts. I was throwing some T-shirts out. I ain't never heard a crowd go so wild for T-shirts before.
Man, have you never been to a hockey game or something, man? You throw out. I mean, they could have thrown out a quarter or something. Then people get excited.
I mean, yeah, but still, I just didn't see that happening. I figured there'd be some kids that are like, right here. No, full blown adults screaming, running, chasing me in the truck.
Right.
I mean, it was nuts, but they were electric.
I'm gonna switch the subject on you for a second so I can catch up to this comment. I would have got to it when we got to the portion of the show where we're talking about that. But local short track drama news said I'll put up $50 bonus for fourth place late model finisher, being the race is on July 4th. Sounds good. Send me a logo or something. We'll fix you up.
Maybe I ought to do something for the fifth place champion.
Lord of mercy. Here you go, fifth place champion. Yeah. Leighton Chase wants to know, will we be expecting Noah to be racing for 2000? You can't even get him to show up to watch the race, much less actually race.
That would be a great race to, come out of retirement on, slinging on dirt, which I've never done. I don't even have a car, so. I mean, I can come out there with my super illegal 20 car and whoop y'all's ass and just load her up on the trailer and leave.
Load it up. I say you won't finish in the top 10.
I'll just wreck everybody.
Not intentionally.
It'll just happen on accident, but.
Well, no, that's probably true. John Hale said you needed more than 5 shirts. Listen, I sent him 5 or 6. That's what he asked for. Okay. I said, how many you want? Oh, 5 or 6 would be good. Okay.
I didn't think anybody would care that much.
I'm just saying. I would have sent you boxes of them. I got shirts everywhere. I give you all the shirts. I got probably, I don't know, a couple thousand, 2,000 or 3,000 shirts here between here and ones I've got sitting at air at. So,
well, if we can get approval from Our Majesty Sir Timmy, I might throw some shirts out this weekend on the July 5th race.
I mean, it sounds like you got the crowd into it. You might want to be doing that. I mean, Emily Coe commenting the same thing. So
I know, I felt terrible. All the kids kept chasing us, and I had to be like, I'm out of shirts. Y'all can stop running now.
Ricky Campbell said the first car came that was drifting, lit the crowd up. I don't know what he's talking about, but you should.
These 2 dudes showed up for spectator drags. One of them was a generally newer Charger, and the other car was a 370Z that said Drift King on the license plate.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to race. I guess they had seen what Ryan Wheat does beforehand. So they didn't want to race, but they did come out there and just put on a show individually for us. And it was pretty nasty. That old 370Z, he was lighting her up out there.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, my brother Josh, he used to take his Miata out there during their Nights of Destruction in like 21, 22. And man, the fans loved that crap, man. He'd be drifting and sliding around and acting all crazy. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah, they loved it. It was a great way to start the night off. Great, he was a good tone setter.
I'm gonna let you tackle this question right here. Peyton Ramsey, he said, I have a topic. No stock fours at Natty B this past weekend after people begged for them to add to class. You got any thoughts?
They didn't have a whole lot of cards to begin with. You're getting into the dog days of summer, which is when people start falling out for the whole year. And also, it doesn't help when a certain somebody has a giant money race the next week.
I mean,
so correct. That can hurt some car count.
You are correct. You are correct. 100%. I think there's a lot of things there. I mean, I think Franklin County, when that whole deal went down, Franklin County may or may not open. Timmy didn't have a deal done. There was no certainty of them opening. Um, Ararat wasn't open. There was no thought of anybody's that it was going to open. Um, you know, there's a lot of variables that went into that. So, Misty Meadows talking about the drifter, said it was the guy in the silver car is a professional drifter. If you can be a professional drifter, it's professional drifter out of Virginia Beach.
You can be a professional drifter.
I mean, I guess you can be a professional at anything.
It was kind of funny to see him fight the car a little bit because you could tell he's used to drift tracks that are mostly flat. And he got up there trying to drift that thing on the high banks, and it wasn't doing what he wanted it to.
Right. Leighton Chase, he just wants you to ride with him. He says, "How about Noah can ride with me? I'll throw a blanket on the floorboard so he's comfortable."
I'd rather ride with a winner.
Oh, ouch!
I don't even know who this guy is. Is he good?
I mean, he has not won yet, so it's a I don't know, 14-year-old kid. So
Oh. Well, I don't apologize. I double down.
Andy Newsom wants to know if we got the infield ready for him at the bull ring yet. I'm working on it, man. I want to get you set up to where you can shoot from the infield. But there's great spots to shoot from the outside. If not, so don't be scared of it. It'll be great.
See, I could stay on topic. You go silent for 3 seconds at a time.
Well, I'm trying to read over here. John Hale said Timmy and crew's doing a hell of a job. Even if I'm the only one, you're not the only one saying it. I think they're doing a great job. I've heard it from a lot of people. So, Leighton Chase said for you to come on. So,
I'll ride with Wes. Nobody's got all that right time. Wait.
Let's talk about Bowman Gray. If you seen any of that?
No, I haven't heard a word about it. Did anything happen?
Oh my god! No, nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. So I'm sure you've seen Zach Staley, the whole finish of the race, and Lord have mercy.
What's funny
whatever
is
happened after that.
I just started following him on social media like 3 weeks ago. So I came
Dude's
in
hella entertaining.
Right at the perfect time to see
the
downfall.
Well, listen, no, don't think this is the downfall. He got suspended last year too. I mean, I really like Zach. Zach, sponsored some pole awards for us in the mini stocks at Franklin County in 2020, and really, really good guy. Gets a little crazy at Bowman Gray. I wish he'd figure out how to harness, that. He's so entertaining. He reminds me a lot of Patrick Janey. Okay. Patrick Janey for the longest time was just insane. He's the best entertainment that Franklin County Speedway could have, but he took it too far. And I feel like Zach is exactly the same way.
He harnessed it right into a drop kick on homie's windshield.
Well, that was a girl, but yeah.
I said homie. Homie is gender fluid.
I mean, is it? I don't know about all these gender things. I mean, you and your hair, you probably know about them, but I don't know about them. So whatever. Local short track drama news said I'm not making another Bowman Gray post in a while. I'd be making one every 15 minutes. I'd be bringing up Zach Staley's name every 15 because I'm sure you're getting paid on there. So you should be bringing up his name every couple minutes. Tag his ass. Do whatever you got to do. Okay, that's what I.
We should get him on a podcast.
I thought about it. I just I wasn't sure if we were ready for that.
We can get him to recreate it. See if he's injured. I guarantee he hurt himself doing that.
Yeah. He probably didn't feel too good Sunday, I'm sure. He ended up getting suspended. So did his son. And the girl that he went to the windshield of, she got suspended for a race, which whatever. I think they were just, maybe they were just throwing out suspensions like Oprah, gives away stuff. I'm not really sure what was going on there. Misty Meadows said, I got caught up on BGS at Bowman Gray. And then Sobo news hit and I couldn't keep up. Speaking of South Boston, Noah, you follow that at all? You keep up with that today, or?
Well, we have a very unhappy driver.
Yeah, yeah. Matt Waltz is not very happy, and it sounds like with some reason there.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of talking about it before, but it seems like, which I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing about late models. But if
Yeah.
what he's saying is correct, then I kind of understand why he would be very pissed off.
Well, here's my only thoughts about it, okay? And I have to preface this by saying that Matt Waltz is a shirt customer of mine, so I don't want to sound like I'm biased in any way. But if there were other illegal people, they should be thrown out too. If zero tolerance means zero tolerance, then there's zero tolerance. It doesn't matter what number's on your car, okay? But if that's the case, he should have definitely been disqualified. The whole thing about the notched truck arms, the half moon notch on the truck arms on the '88 car, I believe they said Connor Hall. That's a whole nother topic because that would seem to be very black and white, very clear. So I don't know what they're doing. I haven't talked to anybody from South Boston. I mean, I know Jeff Bomar, their tech guy, fairly well, and I haven't spoke to him. And honestly, because I didn't want to, influence, my opinion without, having him on as a guest or something like that. You know what I mean? So that was a crazy deal, though. Connor Hall got the win, I guess, with his illegal truck arms. I don't know. So wild deal, but tech is a funny thing, man. Everybody gets mad when it's funny to watch. So everybody, let's take Wes Givens as an example here. Okay. Everybody gets, well, they're not teching him enough. And listen, I'll say that too. Okay. They're not teching him enough. All right. Well, okay. So they tech some people this weekend. They threw out one of them. Well, I don't understand why they got to throw a guy out. I mean, why are we changing the outcome of races when the races are over with? People don't know what they want. And race fans are fickle, man. It's crazy. Peyton Ramsey again. He said, second topic specifically for me. What would it take to revamp Oak Level log cabin? Is there true potential for someone to buy and rebirth one of them? I mean, I guess there is potential for that.
That's a lot
I
of
mean,
landscaping to do.
Yeah, at both, probably more so at log cabin. I would say that log cabin hasn't been a racetrack for too long of a time to think about revamping it, or especially in the same way that it was. But I mean, you could take any piece of land and create a racetrack, and I mean that's basically what you'd be doing at log cabin. You have very little structure there left. At Oak Level, I think that you still have the majority of what was there. I think that if it could be bought, somebody could do something with it. I mean, it's not too far gone, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of work to do and some money to be spent. And I don't, maybe, it's in Franklin County. Maybe, Timmy, wants to take on another racetrack for next year, try out the dirt. I mean, I don't know. So,
Dirt's for farming.
yeah. John Campbell, along the same lines. Is somebody thinking about doing something in log cabin? I think there's a lot of people with no money that think a lot of things about doing a lot of things with things that will cost a lot of money. That's what I think.
If I win the lottery this week, I'll open both of them back up. How about that?
I mean, get right on it. Get right on it.
Well, we're going to make it fun. We're leaving the trees.
Timmy wants to talk about my hair. Well, I mean, my hair on Facebook is a whole lot different than it is right here. So there ain't none here. You know what I mean?
I was going to say that's why you wear the hat all the time.
It is. It is. I mean, I don't. I don't have much hair there, but my Facebook profile picture that Austin Williams and TJ Smith made for me, it looks good. Got Donald Trump's hair. I mean, I'll go with that. I'm good. Thinking about getting me a hair piece so I can do that. You know what I mean?
Do it for the 4th of July. There's no better time.
Local short track drama news says I haven't got monetized yet. Well, you better get on it because keep saying Zach Staley's name. That's all I got to tell you. Keep talking about 311 and saying Zach Staley's name because that's working. So, my computer won't let me hit the next one here. What in the hell? There we go. Peyton Ramsey said, I've been to both tracks talking about Log Cabin and Oak Level and have seen how bad nature is taking over. I mean, it doesn't take long. I mean, Ararat was not the prettiest place when I went there. So a lot of work and a little bit of money and anything can happen. So local short track drama news said the suspension list from Bowman Gray this week might be longer than the Diddy list. I don't even know why I tapped on that one.
That's a long list.
Kevin Litton says Langley wants. I'm gonna assume he says what's. I mean, last place payout at Ararat is $30. So everybody in the stock fours gets paid. So $30 wherever you finish. So you definitely that's what it is. I mean, it don't go up because the winner's portion goes up. I'm not paying the winner's portion. That's not my gig. Nathan Vance says, "Give me a shout out just because." My favorite inbred West Virginian there. So,
well,
I'm gonna tackle your hero Terry Radford's comment. He says, "Like hell it does. If you are a JRM car, Junior Motorsports, you ain't getting kicked out." Well, that's not true because it just got kicked out a couple of years ago at South Boston. So, there's that.
I knew as soon as you said something about the '88 car, he was going.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Speaking of Oak Level, local short track drama news says it's been down for 18 years. I mean, that's a long time, but So, and I think Timmy Preston is chiming in. Timmy Meadows wants to let us know that he is not interested in buying Oak Level. Okay.
I say, why not? Apparently, dirt car guys, they show up no matter where it's at.
I mean, they definitely definitely show up better than asphalt people. Peyton Ramsey says there's rumors 311 and opening up. I'm hearing. I mean, Friendship's getting ready to open up. 311 might as well open up. I mean, I have somehow took a key and opened up, the whole dirt racing landscape in the area. So, I mean, I hope I get some credit for that in future years. Maybe when they write a history book about these places, they'll write in there that Langley Austin got everybody open back up. I don't know. So I think they think that I'm making like $1 million or something over there. So, I'm gonna go to this comment because we're gonna switch over to this topic here in just a minute. Anyways, John Hale wants to know who's everyone's pick for the big 50 lap mini stock race this weekend. He's Doodle Lane guy, so that's who he's picking. Got a big race, man. The P.D. Caldwell Memorial, $1,000 to win, hefty purse throughout. What's your thoughts on all the people coming and who's the favorite to win?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hell of a show. I don't know who's going to win it. I mean, AJ Sanders is slated to come. He's always up. He can win anywhere he goes. I mean, it's not going to be one for sure person. You got a lot of bad fast cars coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
These mini stock guys, they get left in the middle all the time. Like you see big payouts for front wheel drives, you see big late model payouts, but the mini stocks they often get forgotten. So when you give them something to look forward to, those boys go nuts.
Oh, I would say that you're you're going to get one or the other. You're going to either get like the cleanest race of the year, or you're going to get a demo derby and a fun time in tech afterwards. One or the other. We'll see what happens there.
Unfortunately, I'm leaning towards the second one, or fortunately, depends what you come for.
I'll catch up a couple comments here. Lauren Yoder says the Bull Ring needs to have a grudge match between everyone who's been suspended from Bowman Gray. Local short track drama and news basically saying the same thing. I'm in. I'm game. Let's do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know somebody to give me a couple of cars, and we'll let them duke it out right over there, or we'll just bring the wrestling ring and let them go at it right there.
We should put them in Crown Vics.
I mean, why we got to kill off good Crown Vics? I mean, let's put them in like
Who
Nissan.
said they were going to be in good ones?
Well, I don't. They're all good. A Crown Vic is already 14 steps above most cars. So
fair enough.
Here we go. Terry Radford said, "I hear a rumor Noah's going to be a race promoter next season." I mean, is he not already? I mean,
Okay, guys, you got me. I bought Oak Level.
here's my normal every week deal here.
One day you got to answer it and just blow his mind. He's not going to expect it.
Oh, he wants me to answer it. That's why I won't answer it. So, Caleb Hall here says false dirt racers don't always show up. Stock Fort Natty B, for example. I know he's being, facetious there. He's joking, but those are not dirt racers for the most part. The people who have been racing there have been Franklin County, asphalt guys. So that's not exactly true. So.
We could have a late model race over here in Kenny Lang's backyard for $75, and we get 12 cars that showed up.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, those dirt big car guys are nuts.
John Campbell says he's picking Scott Foley for this weekend. Here's a good pick too. Brittany Cockrum, Christina Maggard said she'll be there. Lot of good cars for this weekend. Caleb Hall says, remember when we got 30-ish mini stocks? It was 29 at the Turkey Derby. That was in 2019. First time scoring, and I got fed to the wolves. Yes, you did. Great race that day, though. Great race. Mini stocks that's why I say the mini stocks is either going to be a, great race or a demo derby, and that's what you get every time. Like we had a pretty good size one in 20. Oh man, I'm gonna say 2016, 2017. One of those two had a bounty on Barry Wilson, had a bunch of extra money, and had some cars come from like Vermont and different places, and it was pretty cool. Had a great race that day though. Only had one spin out on the front stretch. On the initial start, thing went green all the way there. From there, so
the mini stocks are weird. Their range is weird. They can put up the most boring race you've ever seen in your life, or they can put up the craziest damn race you've ever seen.
Yeah, Terry Radford's got. He says he's just curious when Southern National is selling to NASCAR. Since I broke that news, I mean, I was joking, on there. I mean, since Terry Radford's out here talking about all the things that are happening. I mean, he's like the new Matt Weaver. I mean, he's trying to be out here breaking news. I figured I'd just throw some at him there. He's gonna like that comment too.
He's like a guy in the '80s that was accusing everybody of being communist. He's accusing every single track of selling the NASCAR.
Yeah, for sure. John Hale said it's going to be a lot of good cars and talent. Talking about the mini stock race, it definitely will be. Here's another comment. Race we hadn't talked about. Philip Jackson says, "Hey, let's talk about Gary Smith's last lap pass of Wes last weekend." Dude, I talked to Wes on the phone yesterday. I mean, I said something about Shenandoah, and he left the conversation. I mean, he's having flashbacks of the last lap and seeing Gary pass him and everything. I mean, it was bad. I mean, it was really bad.
I mean, if you got his number, check on him. He's lost. This is 2 in a row now to Gary. He might not be okay. So check on him.
I forgot about Natural Bridge. You're right. It is 2 in a row that he's lost to him.
Everybody check on him. He 100%. Might be
100%. All right. Well, got a little break in it. Well, somewhat break in the Jesus. I can't add that comment, but whatever. That's Matt Weaver Jr. there talking to us. I can't place your comment with all those words in there, but oh Lord, here we go. I will post this one though. He said, when Hickory is purchased by NASCAR, I'll demand an apology. You won't get one from me because I know more about that situation than you do.
Well, Whitey's thinking about selling Franklin County to NASCAR, so
listen. It'd be the best race they ever had in their life. Okay, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I mean, I don't know how all them people are getting in there and out of there, but it'd be the greatest race ever. Just saying.
Might be, but it'd lose its spirit.
I couldn't resist this comment. Lauren Yoder said the Canadian Matt Weaver.
Canadian Matt Weaver.
Yeah. So, man, a lot went on this past weekend. Now that I'm thinking about it, the whole Shenandoah deal, I guess, the tire. Did you see the tire off of Wes's car? That's his excuse for losing this week. It's always something. Blown motors, tires. The guy is Superman, but yet, I don't know.
Well, see, yeah, I guess he saw Gary in the rear view and he started losing his patience, and he ran the right front right off of that thing. He couldn't, keep his cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, the tire looked a little rough. I mean, I will give him that for sure. What's your expectations on other classes this weekend? Looks like there's going to be 20 plus mini stocks for the PD Caldwell Memorial. We've talked about some of the names there. What's your expectation in some of the other classes?
I don't know. I think all of our divisions are going to be kind of hitting another gear because 4th of July weekend, it don't matter what you got going on. It always brings a good fan count.
It does.
And them boys love to show off. So I think all of them are going to be going a little crazy here this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Heard looks like y'all going to have some more Legends cars this weekend, so that'll be good. Got a lot of racing going on this weekend, man. Princeton races on Friday night, and then or Thursday night, sorry. And then Ararat, of course, we're rolling with some big ones there. 2,000 to win Stock 4, 1,000 to win Crown Vics. Got a bunch of bonus money up in the late models and the late models and the Pro 4s and the modifieds, with some more still coming in. Just like local short track drama and news there, they putting up another $50 there to the 4th place finisher, I believe. Got a lot going on there with raceways in action, natural bridges in action Saturday. Of course, Franklin County, big race. Tomorrow's Caraway. So, man, there's a lot. So you could literally go to racing just about every day. So, I mean, tomorrow at Caraway for the car store, Thursday at Princeton, Friday at Ararat, Saturday you got a slew of choices, including the big mini stock race there. So it's looking really good. Oh my God!
Here he goes again.
This is your guy. Okay, this is your guy. Listen, he's got to be kin to you. There's no way he's not. Okay, Caleb Hall said, and I don't even know what he said. So now cars are coming because it's after the 4th. I thought the heat scared racers off. Make it make sense. I'm assuming that's directed at you here. So
it don't matter if you say something he completely agrees with. He just wants to argue with you about it. So I don't know what to do.
That's his mama coming out at him right there. I can just go ahead and let you know. Angie, 1,000%. She's on here too. 1,000%. That's her, because she just wants to argue about arguing. I mean, and if you said the sky's blue, she'll argue that the damn thing's green. There's no questions asked. Okay. She's been that way her whole life. So, John Campbell, maybe the same John Campbell that was on here a minute ago on Facebook now with a different profile pic. I don't really know. Noah, are they having fireworks at the track?
I need you to listen very carefully here, okay? Timmy will not be lighting off fireworks, but who knows what will happen. But the track is not lighting anything off. Y'all get what I'm saying here? I hope they're picking up.
I mean, are you telling us that, or are you trying to convince yourself of that?
Well, any law enforcement or anything of that.
Don't worry. The fire marshal will be sitting on the backside in his whatever that thing is, blazer. I don't know what that thing is.
He'll be all right. Does the fire marshal hate America? Is he a communist? I don't know.
Oh God. Caleb Hall said that me and Angie are related. Don't let him fool you. Caleb, I never said anything about. I said Noah was kin to you. Okay, which technically, if your mom is kin to me, you're kin to me. So I don't know what you're trying to say there. I don't know. You're going in the wrong direction here. That's all I can tell
Uncle Langley, isn't that sweet?
Oh man. Lauren Yoder wants to know if Caleb Hall, don't you need to be checking your oil or gas? He needs to be changing his motor, though. I mean, that's what he needs to be doing.
He's just going to show up at the track and hope Daddy West did it.
I got a bad feeling, as much as West has got to do himself, that he's not going to have that done. So, Christina Maggard said, "Got it. Bring your fireworks." Hey, we did that. I did a big promo a couple years ago. Bring your own fireworks. You know, the county did not like that very much. I just let you know. Did not like that at all. I don't even know. I mean, Josh Phillips is like, he's just riding you for some reason. I don't know. He's got like a vendetta against you or something. I'm not really sure what's going on, but he wants to know if you're the Cabbage Patch Pyro. Okay.
Hate me or love me, he can't stop watching, and that's all that matters.
I mean, apparently. Yeah, well, listen, Dylan Maxwell said we can't control what the fans do, fams. So I mean, he's probably stating that right. But anyway, so two in all the areas of the stands. Wink, wink. Yeah, I hope it ain't in the stands. Okay, you might want to mark them off a spot back there. Might want to mark them off a spot back there. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, Tony Stevens. Okay, he owns Pit Row TV. So we're having the Carolina modified tour, Carolina Pro Late Models, whatever. And this fool, he done went and got him all kinds of fireworks. Well, he's in between races. He's done run down beside of the flag stand, setting off fireworks. There's some dude sitting in the stands, and I'm not laughing. This was terrible, but it is funny. Some dude done got damn PTSD from being in the war or something. Okay, this dude done went ape shit out here. I mean, it was something. And I'm down there. I'm standing down there trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay, so you do not want that. I'll just let you know, you do not want that. Oh man!
Oh my God! It's not funny. It's really not. But
it in the moment it was not funny, and it is not funny for them. I'd say, but talking about it was funny. Okay. Local short track drama news said, "I missed the worst drivers page." Man,
he went downhill quick.
I mean, listen,
he got banned on Facebook, and then he's trying to get money out of everybody now.
I mean, I know, trying to sell T-shirts. I mean, dang man, that's terrible. Terrible. And then he can't figure out how to ship them from California or something. Oh, Jesus.
They had a great 4-day run.
Yeah. I don't know. That was weird. Now that page had been up for a while. It just kind of took off and then flamed out. Listen, they made fun of Chad Asbury, and he took the whole damn thing down. That's what I'm going with. Okay. He did not take it. He said it was me, and then the whole damn thing got shut down. So I'm going with that. Okay. Josh Phillips said, "No, Noah, I'm your biggest fan."
I know you are. Okay.
Emily Coe wants to know if I figured out if I'm doing fireworks or not. I'm still trying to get somebody who is licensed. So the way the process works is you got to have somebody who's a licensed pyrotechnic to, set off the fireworks. I have a guy who potentially could do it. I just can't get him to agree to do it. So
I know a guy over here in Southeast that's a licensed pyromaniac. Is that the same thing? Or charged, not licensed, charged.
Yeah, I don't really know. Lauren and Caleb, they've been going at it here. Caleb, he said, Lauren Yoder said, "Caleb Hall, so you're the driver that can't stand the heat." No, he can't afford the motor. Okay. I mean, listen, he can't do the work himself. One or the other. He either can't afford it or can't do the work himself. I'm not sure which one. So Terry Radford remembers the PTSD incident. He said that was his first time ever in Franklin County Raceway on Speedway Lane. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Peyton Ramsey said, "Don't worry, Caleb. The oil and fuel is good to go in the mini stock. Hashtag debut. Don't let that fool debut in the mini stock." Lord have mercy. Local short track drama news said that worst driver page is doing TikTok now. I mean, I need to get over there and find him.
It's lost its luster. He had his arc, and it's done. It's done already.
Yeah. Keith Thomas says, talking about short track racing, how about Bowman Gray Stadium racing and Zach Staley racing? Yeah, we've been down that road earlier, but it was crazy for sure. For sure.
When the show's over, go back and listen to first.
Yeah, go back and listen. Yeah, we tackled that already. It's It's fun times at the old stadium there. Um, John Coe said Noah Hinchee is George Washington making an appearance at Franklin County Raceway. Hey, speaking of George Washington, okay, before you answer that, so we got $100 patriotic contest going at Ararat Friday. Okay, I mean George Washington would win. Nobody's more patriotic than George Washington.
Still not doing it.
Oh my God!
But yes, on Speedway Lane at Franklin County Raceway, there's a very good chance that old George might come out.
Yeah, George will he'll be a little hot and steamy come Saturday.
It's gonna be a little
It
warm,
won't be like the banquet.
but it's worth
Trey,
it for America.
Yeah, Trey Cooper said so. So it was you, Langley. He exposed you, so you had to lay low. Yeah, I wish that was the case because I'm pretty sure that page was making money. And if that page wasn't making money, we got some serious problems. Okay, because I mean, you can make some good money being monetized on Facebook. I wish that was me for sure. I just have to give Chad hell because he blamed it on me, and then the page got shut down. So I got to go with it's his fault. I mean, there's just it's what I got to go with. So. Oh, let's see. Timmy Meadows says we will have a fire show by a professional.
Now
that does not say fireworks. Okay,
it's fire show. We have a professional fire guy. He does all kinds of stuff. He eats it. I don't know how you eat fire, but he can do it.
Yeah, I don't.
He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Lauren Yoder said that Caleb Hall's going back to beating up on kids in go-karts, ? Probably. I mean.
Yeah, I saw him down in Thunder Valley the other night.
Ricky Campbell said that me with the Trump hair, definitely a winner of the patriotic competition. I got to get me one of those American flag pins to put on me so I look presidential. That's patriotic, right?
You got to do it and then talk on the mic like Trump.
I think Victoria Nay said, I saw your post about the $100 win in patriotic contest. Now I can't find it shared. That's because I'm a dummy. I put it in the comments and then I forgot to post the thing. So I'll try to do that tomorrow. So for sure.
Remember, it's only a competition because I'm not showing up.
Well, I mean, at least you're giving them a chance. At least you're giving other people a chance to win.
We have to. We have to give other people a shot.
Yeah. Did I miss anything else? We talk about everything that happened this weekend. Disqualifications, other cars being illegal, Zach Staley being wild as hell. A little bit of everything. Plus the demo. How'd the demo derby go? I haven't seen nothing about the demo derby.
See, I didn't get to watch the whole thing because there was a slight miscommunication. I heard I was getting yelled at, even though it wasn't my fault. They said it was going to be like 15, 20 minutes. Turns out it just started in like 5. So I only got to see glimpses of it because I was a little busy doing the Kyle Dudley challenge over
there. Answer this question first, okay? Or just talk about this here. John Coe said you forgot to talk about the burnout show that the old Dodge was burning it down.
I have never, first off, hell of a burnout by him. But I have never heard a vehicle backfire that loud. If anybody was paying attention, me, Dakota, and there was like 3 of us standing right there at the wall, thought we got shot in the face. I mean, that scared the hell out of me. But yeah, he burned it down. But it's kind of hard to compete with a guy that's willing to blow his car up for $100. So
yeah. Timmy Preston says it was definitely 20 minutes, not 5. Just for the record,
definitely wasn't. And Timmy was supposed to be the guy that was telling me what was going on, and he walked away. Yeah. So
Timmy's a little busy on race nights. You can't be depending on him for that. So. Tell us about the Kyle Dudley. What'd you say? The Kyle Dudley what?
It was the Kyle Dudley challenge.
Yeah. What was that?
Fun.
It was fun. Well, I mean, Kyle Dudley has fun. So, I mean, what was the challenge there?
Well, if anybody's seen, Kyle Dudley win a race, he likes to funnel a Coors Light.
Yeah, I've seen a T-shirt that shows that.
That's his tradition.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd let the fans in on the tradition, and we gave out some Kyle Dudley merch.
Yeah,
that's as far as we got to go with that. It was fun.
Okay. We didn't talk about this, so this is a good one. Ricky Campbell said, "Well, Timmy did get to throw a cone at a race car for the second time." I want to know about the first time, first of all. So let's go the first time. When did he throw a cone at a race car?
It was when you were promoting.
I don't remember that. When did that happen?
It was during a destruction night or something, and he had to throw a cone at a guy.
Tell us about this time then.
This time it was Ryan Wheat. They gave him the old black flag about 16 times. His left rear was gone. He was just digging, holes in the track.
Yeah.
Black flagged him about 18 times. Now, in his defense, his front end was also damaged and his hood was up over the windshield. So I don't even know if he could see the black flag. So Timmy resorted to the old tried and true black flag of any car race, throwing a cone at his car.
Yeah.
He still didn't stop. We had to stop the whole race to get him off the
track. Which brings me to the next thing. Caleb was right on time. He said, "Can we bring up the cone incident with Jumbo Dennis Hall?" Lauren Yoder tried to have Dennis killed. I mean, and Lauren said, "I hope Jumbo wasn't around when the cone was thrown." I don't remember who that was. I want to say it was TJ, but it wasn't. It was one of those idiots that he hung around with. TJ Smith hung around with back then. It's funny stuff. They threw a cone at the truck. This truck was making laps after a race, and they threw a cone at it. And the dude come back up there and threw the cone back and ripped. It hit Dennis in the leg and ripped his leg open. I mean, he was cut up pretty good. It was good stuff. So not good for Dennis, but it was entertaining for us. And Misty said it was Ryan Wheat both times.
That, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to accuse Ryan of the first one. Yeah, Ryan. If you black flag him, you just got to throw a cone or stop the race.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no good. I was a little upset because Timmy was walking around and I had the cone in my hand. I wanted the honor of throwing the cone.
Yeah, well, you know.
And I said, "Timmy, you want me to throw this cone?" And he said, "No, just wait." And then he threw his. And I was like, "What the hell, man? I wanted to do it."
Yeah. Chris Cannon here, circling back to the Zach Staley thing. He said, "I don't blame him. I got tired of a guy taking my stepdad out, so I fixed that problem just like Zach Staley did. But I put the guy in the wall and he never came back." I mean, that's one way to go. I actually think that Zach probably would not have been penalized had he, put somebody in the wall. It's the on track, antics, which, the crowd there loves. So, I mean, I don't know, that's a, the whole disqualification. I mean, not disqualification, but suspension thing there is just, it's, and I had to do it so I compared him to Patrick Janey. I had to kick Patrick Janey out. And I mean, and listen, he came every week while he was suspended. He would come to the race every week, bring his car and all, and he would follow me around like a lost puppy, trying to get me to let him race. Okay. Which that's what Zach needs to do. He needs to just go to Bowman Gray and follow the guy that's running the track around all day. You know what I mean? Just follow him around. Say, "Man, won't you let me race? Hey, man, can you let me race? Can I come back racing?" I mean, it'll work. I'm telling you. I got tired.
They suspended anybody. I mean, let's be real. At Bowman Gray, where is the line drawn?
Well, nobody knows.
What is officially too far?
No, nobody really knows. I mean, apparently, launching yourself into the windshield of a car, too far.
I feel bad for the football players that have to play on that field during the season because there's foot-long ruts in that thing where they drive through the infield and wreck each other.
I'm sure they fix all that, but
you can only fix it so much.
Listen, talking about the Patrick Janey thing, he followed me around like that, wanting to race. So I got this bright idea in my head. I said, "Well, the racers have all told me they don't want to race with you. So I'm thinking we'll just go down here and put it to a vote." Well, let me tell you what happens when you put it to a vote in front of those guys. Their balls shrivel, okay? All of them, yeah, it's okay if he races. They all shrunk up but like a bunch of little girls, okay? Terrible.
I would have voted no right in front of him.
I mean, no, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have.
I pride myself on being not scared to say what I'm thinking.
Sure. Ricky Campbell said Bowman Gray is the WWF of racing. It really is, and it's very entertaining. I mean, it's good stuff.
That's what I'm saying. And they're loving it every minute of it, but they're going to suspend the guy too.
Terry Redford said, I don't like that the announcers promote it. They get overly excited and extra. It's cool to see a fight every now and then. Well, the problem is they don't know where the line is either. So when they see it, to Noah's point a minute ago, they don't know whether they're going to get suspended or not because they've seen other crazy stuff happen there. And they're like, well, this is probably okay. This is good. So let's get in it. I mean, your job as the announcers to, make it even more exciting. Well, that's what they do. And so it's okay. And Timmy agrees with me here that apparently drop kicking the windshield is too far. So
Terry can say what he wants, but if that happens this Saturday in Franklin County, if Doodle gets out there and drop kicks somebody's windshield, Terry's gonna be freaking out on the
mic. Yeah, for sure. And this comment here, John Campbell said that he's talking about so Cole Bruce's dad, Robert Bruce, racer. He passed away. He had a heart attack at Langley Speedway a couple of weeks back, and he had went through surgeries and all, but he didn't make it. And we're definitely sad to hear that. Really good guy. He's another very entertaining guy. When he raced. Got some pictures of him at Shenandoah, getting into it with another driver and, arguing in the pits and, acting all crazy. Robert was a really cool guy. Hate to hear of his passing. But, that's, you just never know in life, when somebody, when somebody's going to pass away for sure. Got a couple of minutes left here. I'll go through some more of the comments here. Josh Phillips wants to know, I wonder how many fans Bowman Gray going to lose because of the suspension.
What are you talking about? The attendance is going to go up.
0. I mean, yes, he is a great entertainer there, but at the end of the day, people, and they'll say, oh, yeah, I'm not coming back. Well, they'll be the first idiot through the gate the next week. So,
look, I don't mean to poo-poo on another track, but I feel like Bowman Gray is its own level. I've been wanting to go to Bowman Gray. And I haven't been wanting to go to Bowman Gray for the outstanding racing they put on. Let's just put it that way.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. Chris Cannon says, I couldn't race at Bowman Gray. I would have to be good friends with the bail bondsman. I mean, I understand. I think there's a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people who don't race there because they could not control their emotions. I think Mac Little was one of them. Mac Little, when him and Stoltz got into it, I don't think he liked the version of him that came out. So I mean, it is what it is.
If they really want to see some entertainment, they should put a front wheel drive division
in. They already got enough ignorance. They don't need any help. I mean, but maybe your daddy Wes will go down there and race, and y'all could run some time cap races. So
yeah, maybe we could.
Listen, time caps are great, bud. I'm telling you. I think the turnout proved it. That's, you ain't got a whole lot of difference in car count, so it's probably a good idea. That's probably what should be on the agenda this weekend. Just saying. No time caps at Ararat. We wouldn't know where to time cap it because the laps are different every freaking week. So, and of course the dirt's different every week. But 2,000 to win stock fours, 1,000 to win Crown Vics. Got a big show coming up. A couple big shows. I mean, Franklin County show is going to be big. Natural Bridges is going to be big on Saturday too. I think they got 2,500 to win steel blocks, I believe, race. So they got a bunch of stuff coming this weekend. Good races for anybody who wants to get out and go to a race this weekend. Dylan Maxwell says, could you imagine Wes at Bowman Gray?
He'd be the cleanest driver there.
Nah, not a chance in the world. Not a chance in the world. Timmy Meadows says time cap coming soon. It's a good idea. So
I don't know.
John Hale wants to reassure us that he's pulling for Doodle this weekend. Okay. He's told us once, but he told us again. And listen, Doodle's got a really good chance at winning it for sure.
There's a lot of cards that do.
I agree. I think there's a lot. I think you got. I'm gonna say you got a legit 6 guys, girls, who could win. The P.D. Caldwell Memorial this weekend. Realistically, others that'll have a chance if something else happens. We'll see what happens. It should be a good race. I think I'm gonna come watch the race. Bring Junior so he can race his bike. Maybe I don't know if I don't kill him before the weekend. So, Ricky Campbell wants to know if Wes Givens is going to be there at Ararat Friday night. I believe so. He had to go buy him. He had to go buy him another motor since he blew his up. Allegedly, blew his up at Natural Bridge a couple of weeks ago. So, I'll just go ahead and share the comment. I don't know why we got to add the other word, but she's pulling for Brittany.
Britney Spears. It's Brittany.
Chris Cannon's taking AJ Sanders. All good bets. All good bets for sure. Scott Foley, another good bet. I'd have to remember the entry list in order for me to tell you who else I thought was a good bet. But all good bets. I think there's some cars that aren't on that entry list that'll be there that could be good bets as well. So good race coming up this weekend.
I'm taking Josh Brown.
Josh Brown could be the guy, man. Listen, he's been working on it, and he definitely could be the guy. Jonathan Sullivan said, how many laps is stock 4 race going to be, and how many are you going to let start to feature if there's a big turnout? Well, as a promoter, I'd like to tell you we're going to have 40 or 50 cars. As a realistic guy, I think that some of the guys who feel like they haven't been able to compete so far this season are going to sit at home. And I think that I think that there's going to be less cars than you think as an overall, but I think the cars that are going to be there are going to be really good. It's kind of like this mini stock race, at Franklin County. The field is going to be better as an overall. So I think the field will be better as an overall, Jonathan. I think it's a 35 lap race, so a little bit longer. Hot lap qualifying, heat races, and then 35 lap features. So got some racing to be done. We'll see what happens. Angie Caldwell said they're looking at 20 plus. Yep, 100% agree. I think that's where they'll be. So
it's going to be a banger. All weekend. Right. Got nothing but bangers.
For sure. Last comment I'm sharing, Alicia Lang. Of course, she's going for Doodle. So, all right, let's get out of here. That's it for episode 67 of the Pit Chatter podcast, presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. Noah, don't get too much swamp ass this weekend playing George Washington, okay?
I'll try not to, but I think it's inevitable.
It is inevitable. Look forward to seeing everybody Saturday. Look forward to the race Friday. I might go to some other races between now and then and after. So, all right, let's get out of here. We'll see you.